Today's transformation truth is abundance. See, all of us were meant to live in a world of abundance, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Most of us are living in a world of what I call survival. We're waking up every day just barely making through. In fact, most people are praying or wishing that they just make it through the day. Just get me through this day, whether it's at work or whether it's through their relationship or whether it is through something that they're doing that they just are not enjoying. And I believe that most of us are getting caught up in this survival mode because we're not thinking of what the world has to offer. We're always thinking only what we have in front of us. And abundance is something that gets you beyond when you change your paradigm and you begin to see that there's a lot more out there than what you give credit to. One of the things that I do on a regular basis is not forget that the world is an abundant provider. That's simple. The world is really meant to give you anything that you think is possible. I know out there sometimes you notice that there's people that have more than you have right now. But then you have to really take a look and see what do those individuals have to do to get there. You know, I notice in my life that the more education that you have, the more abundance that you have in your life, because education is power. The other thing is when you focus your life on service, you can have an abundant life because money is a byproduct of service. And when you put out there so much service, then people just want to pay you money for it. They also understand that the universe is all abundance. I mean, take a look at the planets, take a look at the world and how abundant it is with all the natural resources. I know sometimes we don't take advantage of that. I know sometimes we're actually killing our natural resources, but understand that they're out there. We have abundance when it comes to the type of relationships and love that we can give to people. We have abundance in our desires to want to service the world and contribute at a high level. But if we live in the world of survival, then we're not going to be able to enjoy that abundance in our lives because survival is all about just meeting our needs. It's really that simple. It's about just making sure that what we need is already met and then we move on. I want to share with you some of the things that I have done in my life to make sure that I never forget that we live in a world of abundance. The first thing is you need to make sure you wake up every day understanding that the world is an abundant provider, that the universe is an abundant provider, that every single day you are meant to be blessed and cherished with anything that you can possibly think. If somebody out there has had it, you can have it too. But I want to make sure that it's something that you want for the right reasons. Not because you want to be able to tell people, oh, look at all that I have. But most importantly, because I want you to understand that it's possible. Because when you think that it's possible, it is possible. Now, the second thing I want to share with you is the fact that you got to spend more time giving. I have found that the biggest givers are the ones that attract the most abundance in their life. In fact, most philanthropists will tell you that the more they give, the more that the world gives to them. And it's amazing because you would think, oh, they have so much money. If they keep giving their money away, they're going to run out of money. That's not the case. You know, the reality of it is the more you give, the more you actually receive. And abundance is something that comes from the way you feel about yourself. See, I believe that you can't really have a lot of abundance unless you have the third thing, and that is self-worth. I want you to wake up every day understanding and knowing that you are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of having anything you want to have. And if you don't want it for yourself, then have it for the sake of wanting to give it to other people. Because, you know, I know sometimes we feel like enough is enough. How much money do I need to make to actually meet my needs? Well, our basic needs are not that much. The thing is that our wants are pretty big. But when you have abundance in your life, remember that it's not about flashing all the things that you have. It's what are you doing with those things to be able to help other people. So remember, there's three things I want you to do today. The first one is make sure that you see the world as an abundant provider. The second one is spend more time giving. You're not giving enough right now, give some more. And the third thing is know that you're worth it. Know that your self-worth has to be high in order for you to attract the abundance that you deserve. If you do these three things, now you're going to live the transformational truth, abundance.